Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, April 29th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So right now, early on, the most important thing to realize is all three of these indices had inside weeks. Okay, now remember, it's a weekly one. So you could come out of it, fail a day, things of that nature. That's why we always say monitor for continuation and just as importantly, lack of, right? It's going to be very important this week with the Fed, non-farm payroll coming out also. We put the dailies up on Friday, which is the first step. Now, coming out of this inside week to the upside would not put the weeklies up right away, okay? So have to take out another weekly high for that to happen. But baby steps first to come out of the inside week. We have the 15th, right? That's 2 weeks ago. That Monday, we had the quadruple distribution day down. ES trying to take back that first set of single prints and start getting acceptance above the lower distribution, right? The lower distribution from that day is 27. Need to stay above that, right? We can't take back the trend day if we can't get out of the lower distribution. Right now, we're 17 handles above it. So we'll see what kind of a job they do to get into the second distribution, right? And then get into the subsequent ones above. NQ has to take out a couple of highs before they even get into that first large set of single prints from the 15th. So there's some work to be done. Okay? Righty is balanced on the daily. They never took out Tuesday's high. They're an inside week, and so that's balanced. And it's also balanced on the daily. So they need to take out last Tuesday's high to go up on the daily. So we have a poor high at the overnight high in ES, as you can see. Okay? We have a 15 wide point of control in ES. Looks like it's 15 or 16 wide at NQ. So again, we talk about game plans early. Certainly you can front run the overnight high for two reasons. Well, for three reasons. The most important one is that's the weekly high. So if you take that out, it's an inside week up. So we'll see if they defend that. Second, they front run the overnight highs a lot. And third, you have those set of single prints. So I don't think it's a bad risk reward. Short. First time. Now again, we have 70 minutes to go. A lot could happen. On the flip side, if you pull down, not a bad risk reward long either against the overnight low. You have our 9 wide POC, and then you have the overnight low. Below that, I'm out. Remember, I said this is a very important area here for me. Okay, there's a lot that transpired down here. So I think the bulls would like to stay above that level because otherwise you're going to have value that starts going over unchanged, overlapping a lower possibly. All right? Don't forget we have the gap down below. So that's an early play. Now NQ is a little different. NQ could come out of the inside week to the upside and then see if they front run the overnight high. Monitor for continuation or lack of. And on the downside, again, same thing. You could front run the overnight low. I'd be out below it. Because again, below that, they do have an 8 wide POC, but not much until their lowest accepted prices in B period. And then chart-wise, just going to show you, I'm going to show you the weekly. Now, this inside week does not stop the one-time framing down the weekly. Okay, we're still one-time framing down for 4 weeks in ES and NQ. However, it does slow the trend because it's an inside week. So I call it down to balance. If we take out this week's high, we're not coming out, right? It's not up. For me, we'd have to take out at least the week of the 15th high to start calling the weekly up. Same on the downside. We're still technically down, but you're not going to make a lower low until you take out the low of the 15th. However, if you do take out last week's low, the continuation down, right, would be bear to balance, back to bear. And on the daily, we are now up. We're right at the 20 and the 50-day moving average. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.